starting first with how we can improve our kicking technique. From advancing our punching, let's explore how to advance two types of kicks. It's the roundhouse and the side kick. Starting first with how we can improve our kicking technique. So that's the height, power, control. And then how we can advance the look and the authentic feel for each kick by adding sharpness. And so look, why we're going to do this. It's important when we're doing a roundhouse or a side kick that participants can immediately see the difference, as at speed, a new participant can easily misinterpret which kick is which. So when your class are watching you, they are building a blueprint of the image of that kick. So at the peak of the strike, the roundhouse kick is actually an extension of only the lower leg, whereas the side kick is an extension of the upper leg or femur. Now, so let's start with the roundhouse. We'll be looking at the basics and then advancing the technique. And at the base of any great roundhouse is the perfect setup. So let's do this together. Starting with our correct stance. So for this one, it's going to be in a combat stance. So I'm going to show you slightly side on. You're going to be setting your back heel at least 3/4 of the way to the target. Nice and comfortable here. And you're bending the back knee. And so it's really important now to shift your weight to that back foot. You'll be lifting the lead leg, keeping the knee, shin, and ankle near parallel to the floor. You just relax the lead arm in guard position, and the back fist should be at your waist. Brace your abs, and then lift your chest, and you're trying to stay lifted through the top of your head. So that's the perfect setup. And then you come back to your stance. Great. So together, let's do several reps so we can get our balance, timing, form, and when you get all that together, that's how we make it correct. Okay, 3, 2, 1, boom. So we set, turn 3/4 of the way, bend knee, shift the weight, head goes back, chest is lifted, abs are braced, knee shin parallel to the floor. So next is the full extension of the kick. Now it's called a roundhouse kick because ultimately you're coming around and inwards towards the target. So the strike surface is going to be the top of the foot, all right? So that's how you've got to point your toes. And that's going to be depending on the martial arts. It could also be the instep or shin. So we're pointing the toe here. It will really help your participants identify this particular strike. So the roundhouse kick is an extension of the lower leg, and your height of the kick is going to be determined by skill level, your glute and abductor strength, along with your flexibility and obviously the mobility around the hip. So let's start slow and low together. So we've got the target is down, we step in, we do everything we've just done, but now we extend the kick, extending from the lower leg. All right? So I'm going to start to advance this by challenging height, range, and control. So this is where things are going to get a little bit more interesting. We're going to kick now a little bit higher. And as you do this, you've got to switch on those abs. That's going to help you with your balance and your core strength. So let's aim by kicking towards the mid-body. You ready? 3, 2, 1, boom. 3, 2, 1, boom. Relax the arm just to begin with. 3, 2, 1, boom. Beautiful. Now the challenge is now to aim for the chest height. And because your balance will be continued to challenge, try this. I'm going to get you now to extend your lead arm because that will help you gain control and will help you focus on a longer range kick by taking your body further away from the target. All right? 3, 2, 1, go. Boom. Ooh. 3, 2, 1, go. Boom. Beautiful. So we're going to dial up the intensity again. Now by adding a little bit more speed, more height. And that's going to test our control and our ability to maintain great technique. So visualize your target. Let's aim for about the shoulder or even higher. Nice and loose. 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2. One more. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, I think it was a good one. Okay, so you've got great height, great core control. You've tested your balance, your flexibility and your mobility. This is all great stuff, but we want to keep improving and enhancing the technique. So now, let's look at what advanced instructors do to make the kick look and feel even sharper. So as you kick, you actively try and hold the kick out for a split second so that the eye is drawn to the kick. It looks really great when you're teaching body combat, and we call this the isometric contraction. You see that hold at the end of the kick, boop. That's what makes it look much better, because the eye can see it. Also, it means that when you're teaching your classes, you'll be able to show the strike surface, pointing the toe, much better for each one of those kicks. It means that if we want to stay within the timing, however, we will need to move just a little bit faster on the way to the isometric contraction and a little bit faster on the way back from it, because you've put in that added split-second pause. So let's do that together. Split-second pause. You choose a height that allows you to stay comfortable and maintain great technique. 3, 2, go. Pause. 3, 2, go. Excellent. So now, same thing, onto the side kick, but this time, let's start from a front stance. And the preparation is very similar. We're still sitting the back heel towards the target. And then in the setup, this time, we're going to hug the knee in towards the chest. Soften the supporting leg. Tip away from our target. And then with the lead arm, it should just be nice and relaxed. And then that back fist, just at your waist height. All right? Because this is an upper leg extension, it requires us to brace our abs even harder to help with balance and core control. In, out. And then we reset the feet back into the stance. All right, so let's just do the setup for a few reps. 3, 2, go. 3, 2, go. 3, 2, go. Naturally, you're going to be better on one leg than you are the other. So now let's extend the kick. Low, and just hold it for a moment. Do that again. Hold. Just take a look at my foot. 2 things are happening. 1, the toes are flexed towards the shin, and the angle of the foot, you see that, is slightly facing down. So the strike surface now is either going to be the heel or the outer edge, what we call the blade of the foot. So this detail is going to help your participants to identify this kick. All right, reset. Let's try that again. 3, 2, go. 3, 2, go. See how you've got that push-pull feel? So let's challenge the height, core control, and balance. So we're going to start to aim a little higher now. Visualize, we're aiming for the mid-body. But this time, you're going to extend the lead arm, keep the chest lifted, and focus more on a purposeful retraction of the leg before we reset our stance. Go. So this allows us to fully complete the side kick and will give us that push-pull feel. Push-pull. Right? Then reset. Great. Now we're going to aim even higher. But now we're going to focus on speed and retraction. You ready? 3, 2, go. So you choose your height. Out, in, arm out, waist, chest, abs. 3, 2, go. Let's go one more. 3, 2, go. Woo! Great. So advancing on your technique, let's get into that improving your sharpness. So we're going to bring back that isometric contraction, which is easy to do when you're kicking low. But it's not so easy when you're trying to kick with height and you're adding that speed. So get ready to put a split-second hold on the end range of that kick. You're going to try and keep the shape of the foot so the toes flex towards the shin, the heel up. You struggle with the heel and the blade of the foot so that your participants can really identify this kick. Split second. Choose your height. 3, 2, go. 3, 2, go. Bump. One more, 3, 2, go. Hey! So keep taking your time and refining on your roundhouse and your side kicks, improving on your technique, and then adding your sharpness.